It's here. Those of you who follow the Pretty Shepherd on Instagram will know that about a month or so ago she did a closet sale. I was lucky enough to secure some of those items. So, without further ado, let the unboxing begin. Alright, let's see. Oh my gosh, it even has like the little open here thing is written in like 6 different languages. She even wrapped it up! There's like a little Hungarian candy in there too. What? Note? She says, "Dear Anna Marie, I hope your new clothes and trinkets will bring you lots of joy. Love, Anna the Pretty Shepherd." I'm freaking out. Like, I'm genuinely freaking out. This is like, oh heck. Let's see what's in here. Just kidding. I know what's in here. I'm just like, you know. It's been a month since I ordered this stuff, so. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to be honest, this one was one of the things I was the most excited about. This is like this super gorgeous dress. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I will try all of these on too. Oh, okay. This is also, I think this was the first thing that I bought. This is a traditionally embroidered Hungarian blouse. So the Pretty Shepherd actually has a video on some of the more risque meanings of some folk embroidery. Watch at your own risk because you will probably never be able to see this blouse the same way again. But that is freaking gorgeous. And I have spent so long looking for some and I have not found any, and so when I saw that she was selling some kerchiefs, I snagged this one and this gorgeous thing as well. Look at that. Oh. Wow, okay, this is gonna be so much fun to wear. Oh, and here come the little trinketies. Okay, so I got some fun hairpins because what is a Pretty Shepherd outfit without some hairpins? And some really gorgeous earrings. I love these. Those are super pretty. And then this one I'm really excited about. It's like an Edwardian lady pin. It's obviously not from the Edwardian era because it's plastic, but that one's gonna be fun to wear. I should probably try these on. Let's do that.
So the first look was the pink dress, which was very twirly and very fun to wear, the fun earrings, and then I added the little pin things to the hair and a bracelet that I got from my grandma. So yeah, here's a slightly better picture of the whole outfit with that fun little kerchief in the back too. And dried flowers, because why not? Second look was pretty much the same, except I did the blouse and another headscarf. And I also added that fun brooch as well. But the embroidery on the blouse was lots of fun. Oh, and some fun rings too, because rings are awesome. And I also did some random thing with another kerchief to make some sort of hasty apron. But, you know, it worked and it looked good. So yeah, whatever. Here's more photos and more dried flowers.
Y'all, I am out of my mind excited, and I know I've probably said y'all like 500 times now, but I kind of don't care, because this is just about the coolest day ever, so yeah. I should probably explain one of the reasons why I'm so insanely excited about this folk shirt blouse. It's a blouse. I do know how to speak English, but get to that in a minute. Anyway, I am about like an 1/8 Polish, maybe a quarter. I don't know, I haven't done a DNA test or anything, I'm just going off of Ancestry. Yeah. So, anyway, I have Polish blood in me. Love that. I think it's really cool. And the Hungarians and the Poles, historically, were like really good friends. So, this being a Hungarian blouse and me being Polish just kind of makes me unexplainably excited. For
reasons, obviously.
And apparently people on Instagram really want to see a folkloric skirt tutorial. By the way, Pretty Shepherd voted on this one too. That made me insanely excited. And by the way, I am not plagiarizing her own kerchief video, I'm just making my own. So yeah, deal with it.
This will take a moment to acknowledge one simple truth. History bounding with long hair is difficult. to say the least. Mostly because you are limited to the eras up until the 1920s, and then beyond that you're kind of stuck with wigs or hair pins all over the place to make your hair look shorter. That is what I'm here for. Enter the kerchief. Kerchiefs and head coverings have been used for centuries, whether it be for religious reasons or for just trying to keep the hair out of your face or just being plain fashionable. So, let's get started. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to wear kerchiefs as well as headbands, and something else that's really fun called a snood. Snood. Feels so British when I say that, I don't know why. Which is essentially just like a kerchief, but it's all closed up in the back, so I'll just show you. Snood. 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 Don't be rude, it's just a snood. My humor is broken. Brush your hair thoroughly. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is more or less what I look like in the mornings before caffeine. Tea, obviously. I don't drink coffee, you uncouth swine. I mean, I do, occasionally, but then I regret it because I speak about 500 times faster than I normally do, and no one can understand a word I'm saying, including myself, which is not good. Also, my hair's not actually red, it just looks red in this light. I think I'm going to carry this light everywhere I go, just because, yeah, gingers are awesome. So essentially, a snood is just like a hairnet of sorts, but prettier. So the way I prefer to do it is just kind of gather all my hair up on my hand and just turn it into a giant sausage roll. And then you can either pin it here, or you can just put the snood on and then let the hair kind of fall inside of it. Personally, my hair's a little too heavy for that, and it just pulls the whole thing off my head, and then I look like a nincompoop. So I'm gonna pin it. These little curly pin things are definitely the best for this. You can always use bobby pins or just a hair clip, but I prefer these. Hey, don't mind me, I'm just corkscrewing my hair. Sounds a bit weird when you say it out loud. This snood, which is from Garlands of Grace, comes with this fun little velvet strip on the inside, and that keeps it from like coming off your head, because that is one of the most frustrating things ever when it comes to kerchiefs and just stuff you put on your head, is when it falls off. So this style just has a little ribbon tie in the back. You can always just leave the strings hanging, or you can tuck them up into it for a more polished look. And there you have it. If you want to really make it Victorian, pull your hair over your ears. There we go. I managed to score this at a secondhand store, and it is England, baby! London, ha ha ha! I've got Buckingham Palace on there, and what's that one? Oh no, this is Buckingham Palace, sorry. St. Paul's Cathedral, can't read it from the back. House of Parliament, and Piccadilly Circus. I don't know, I think it's cool. So, I will just be demonstrating with these. So the first thing you could do is either just leave your hair down, or put it in a braid, or put it in a bun, or put it in pigtails, whatever you want. Just decide what you want with your head. I'm just going to leave it down because that'll make things simple. You have two options for keeping it on your head. First of all, why am I Russian? You have two options for putting this lovely London scarf on your head. You can either get one of these lovely no-slip headbands from Garlands of Grace. I'll add the link in the description. It's made out of velvet, and it will keep it from sliding all over your head. So, you can either use this, and then pretty much it's just fold it in half. Can't decide what area of England I want to be from right now. Fold it in half, and then take the middle of it and position it on the middle of your head. Then of course you can always just leave it down and go for a Tudor look. No, I'm kidding. I haven't done that yet. I probably will someday. Here is a quick trick for tying it behind your head and not getting the little flappy bit stuck, because sometimes we don't want that. You just pull it over your head, look like a total nincompoop. If your hair's down, you're probably going to want to move it out of the way too. Technical difficulties. There we go. And tie it behind your head. I like to do a double knot in case it's windy. Alright, and then if you're using the no slip headband, just make sure it stays in place while you're adjusting. And that's pretty much it. Another option if you have your hair tied up is you can essentially just turn it into a snood the flap and tucking it into the rest of the knot. But I also don't really feel like putting my hair in a bun right now for that demonstration, so if you're smart human, you'll figure it out on your own. Another option is to do a crown braid, and then you can just use straight pins and just pin the kerchief directly to the braid, which I personally find to be very helpful. Of course, you don't always want to wear a crown braid, so I present to you a very time-consuming but still cool solution for those of you who do not own a no-slip headband. Just grab some hair from like behind your ear and just braid away. This is only going to work if you have long enough hair that it can reach from this side of your head to the other side. Okay, so once the braid is long enough to reach all the way across your head, go ahead and stop there. Stop and proceed no further. I'm just going to use a little elasticy. Ow. Of course, you could always just leave your braid down and tie your headscarf over it and you could be a Padawan. And then just bring it across the top of your head and pin it behind your other ear. Now, if you wanted to braid your hair, you don't have to pin it. You can just throw it all into a braid and it'll be fine. But I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna pin it. Hold still. Alright, now you have this little braided headband. But fear not, you're not actually going to see it. Although it is kind of cute. I'm gonna use this one. I like this one. Now for this, you will need straight pins. You're not going to actually be pinning it directly into your skull. Don't be a nutcase. I personally like using 3 pins, so I just kind of pin it once. You can keep the pin on the outside or the inside. I kind of like it on the inside, just like in and then like in, out, and then back in again. You want to kind of weave it through the fabric and the braid. You'll probably jab yourself in the head at least once. Don't be a ninny. Beauty hurts, people. Okay. And just make sure that the headscarf kerchief comes enough to the edge of the braid that it'll kind of cover it when you pull it tight. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did. Operation Doofus engaged. Yep, major doofus. I missed the other piece of it. This is a lot easier than it looks, I swear. Actually, I don't. It's just about as hard as it looks. You can always just leave it like this. To each his own. Blink! Okay, and then I will just secure it. I dropped a pin. Oh well, I'll find it in like 3 years. Probably with my foot. Okay, just do the same thing with this side, and that one is lost to the depths of doom. We're mistaken, for another pin had been forged. Gosh, I'm sorry. And voila, it's like invisible. And you can just like, nothing happens. I was saying something in the beginning about how history bounding is difficult for those of us with long hair because we have to specialize in areas. You heard them. You heard it all. You're fine. No repetition! The thing about history bounding is that only a couple of your clothing elements need to be historical, and then the rest of it can just kind of be whatever the heck you want. Though I beg of you, please do not pair an Edwardian blouse with yoga pants. That's an abomination, okay? That's all it is. Right there. Abomination. So that means that your hair can be exceedingly historical and the rest of your outfit doesn't have to be. Or the rest of your outfit can be exceedingly historical and your hair doesn't have to be. It's up to you. So, I'm going to be using this cute little narrow scarf, which you could either make yourself by just cutting out a strip of fabric and having the edges, or just getting one of these. I like to tie this one kind of at an angle so the little bow pokes out, and then you can just flip your braid over that shoulder and just, you know. I'm going to suggest pinning this one using a couple bobby pins, just like one over each ear, simply because pinning it will make the difference between this French girl and this French girl. Ideally, you want to avoid this little, like, blink that happens when it slides off your head, because then it just looks like you have something kind of weird fitted on the back of your head, and it just doesn't look good. Tied this too tight and cutting off circulation in my brain. Not that it functioned in the first place.
The giant robot.
Yeah, so he's got Hulk and he's got Captain America, and who else are you building?
Cheaty.
Okay, and then I'm building Loki.
Who's that again?
Loki, yeah.
Why?
Because Loki's cool. Got a problem with that?
Where's better than this?
This one's Loki. Oh, it's Loki. What's so funny about that? Loki's a cool guy.
He's a super villain.
He's mean. Well, maybe sometimes.
No, he's mean all the time.
Oh, he's mean all the time?
Yeah. I made a Pokemon. Look at, I found it.
In the end, we had Thor, Hulk, Loki, my own doing. I think this was supposed to be Captain America, Iron Man, appropriately shorter than everybody else, and somebody who was pink. I'm not sure who that was supposed to be. Anyway, there you go. Black version of the Avengers. Like, share, and subscribe, mortals!